If you're making a car payment right now, this might make you uncomfortable. And that's okay, because if you click away, nothing in your financial life will change. But if you stay, you might finally understand why something that looked so normal ended up feeling so heavy. This isn't about blaming you. You didn't fail, you didn't make a stupid decision. You just weren't told the full story. Because if people were completely honest about car payments, a lot fewer cars would get sold. Nobody sells cars by talking about the total cost. Nobody sits you down and says, here's how this decision will quietly shape the next 5 to 7 years of your life. They sell cars with one sentence. How much do you want to pay per month? That question sounds harmless. It sounds practical. It sounds responsible. And the moment you answer it, the trap closes. Picture a normal person. Not rich, not reckless. Just someone with a steady paycheck and a desire to make life a little easier. They're tired of waiting for rides, tired of unreliable transportation, tired of feeling like they're behind. They don't walk into a dealership thinking, today I'm going to damage my financial future. They walk in thinking, I deserve something nice. I've worked hard. I can handle this. Then the salesperson smiles, friendly, calm, reassuring, and they don't ask how much money you have. They don't ask how much you've saved. They don't ask what happens if your situation changes. They ask one thing. What monthly payment are you comfortable with? Because monthly numbers don't feel scary. $500 a month doesn't feel like a life-altering decision. It feels like a bill. It feels like something adults handle. What doesn't feel real is $500 every month for 7 years. What doesn't feel real is the total amount you'll send out of your life, piece by piece, long after the excitement of the new car fades. Your brain isn't designed to feel long-term consequences all at once. It's designed to survive the present. That's why monthly works so well. It shrinks a massive commitment into something that feels manageable, something that feels safe, something that feels smart. But here's the quiet truth. You didn't just buy a car. You bought an obligation that doesn't care how your life is going. You bought a bill that shows up whether you're thriving or barely holding it together. You bought pressure that follows you into every decision. The car loses value every single day. The moment you drive it off the lot, it starts becoming worth less. But the payment never changes. It's there when you're excited about your future. It's there when you're exhausted by your job. It's there when life goes exactly as planned. And it's there when it doesn't. Ask yourself something most people avoid. If you lost your job tomorrow, how long could you keep that car? Not how long would you try? Not how long would you stress? How long could you actually keep it? That question is never asked when you're buying the car, because it shifts the focus from desire to reality. And reality makes people hesitate. Here's the part nobody likes to admit. You don't fully own the car. The payment owns a piece of your future. It decides how risky you're allowed to be. It decides whether you feel free to walk away from a job you hate. It decides how much fear is baked into your monthly life. Every month, before you do anything else, that payment gets fed. Before savings, before investing, before freedom. And slowly, quietly, it becomes normal. You stop noticing how much mental space it takes. You stop questioning it. You just accept that this is what adulthood feels like. Constantly managing something you can't get rid of easily. And if this feels personal, that's because it is. Millions of intelligent, responsible people are in this exact position, not because they're bad with money, but because the system is designed to focus your attention on the wrong number. The car isn't evil. Wanting a nice car isn't wrong. What's dangerous is letting a monthly payment quietly run your life while pretending it's just a bill. Most people never stop to ask whether the convenience was worth the cost. Not just the financial cost, the mental cost, the flexibility they gave up, the options they quietly closed. And once you're inside the payment, getting out feels harder than getting in. That's not an accident. In the next video, I'm going to explain something that sounds backward at first. Why middle-class people often end up buying more expensive cars than rich people do. And once you see why, you'll never look at car payments the same way again. If you've ever felt trapped by a decision that seemed reasonable at the time, you're not alone. Stay,